Hey, everybody. Welcome to session 11. Okay, so how's everybody doing today?
I'm
I'm doing great.
fantastic.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's been a slow getting started, but glad I
We're
made
gonna
it.
we gonna get in this thing. We're gonna get in this thing. So we just gonna jump right in there. So session 11. Our topic tonight is would you want a friend or family member to tell you if they saw your husband or significant other cheating? And if they did, would you be mad or would you be happy that they told you? Hmm.
No.
Who want to
Mm,
go first? Who want to go first?
I'll go.
Oh,
Look.
okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Ah,
all right, Shmi.
tell me. I want to know. No, I'm just saying. No, seriously. Tell me. I want to know. First of all, I just want to go ahead and release you. Don't even worry about what's gonna happen after that. Just go ahead and tell me what's going on. Just release your soul, okay? Don't even worry about anything after that. Just go
Mm,
just go ahead and let me know. I want you to
I
tell.
like that you said release you.
Yeah.
right.
You don't, have that burden on you of should I tell her or not? What should I say? No,
Mhm.
release yourself.
Yep.
Right.
No. Go ahead and let me know what you saw.
That
That
is burdeny
Mhm.
though. That's like real. That's
it's
hard.
it's heavy because there are some women who don't who like for real don't want to know. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is, but
Hate that song. I don't wanna know. Every time I hear it, I be thinking, I do.
I
I
need to know.
do.
I do.
I
Tell
like to
Mhm.
live in
tell.
truth. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I want to know and
Yeah.
then I want to be able to make an educated move forward. Like
Right.
I don't want
Right.
to live in some fake fantasy where
Right.
it's like, I'm all like he's in love with me and I know it.
Mhm.
But then like everybody else be looking at me like dumb.
Who's
You
the dumb?
Girl, she
Right.
only knew.
Who's the
Like, no, tell me so I do know.
because I understand who I married. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? You
For
understand
me, for
married.
me too, it depends on what level of friend or family we are. Because you gotta send me
Mm.
a picture like, you see why he wet? Cause I done threw my
Mm,
drink on his food, but you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, and this is the pictures,
mhm.
and I done smacked him upside his head, and you see this is the girl wig right here. Like,
Right. Oh no, but call me right then and there while it's going on. Tell
Okay.
me
right,
where y'all at, cause it's gonna be a show
right,
for real.
right. Call me on FaceTime, like, hey, who's
Yep.
this?
Let me know. I
Okay,
don't.
so the thoroughness of it though, like I'm not about that drama life. I just be want to
Now,
know. I don't want to exact revenge. I don't want to be like, smack nobody or nothing like that, or snatch wigs or mop nobody with the floor. I mean, in my mind, I may be thinking that, but no.
Mhm.
this your man's
I agree. Like, in the first couple of seconds, it's like, nah man, fuck that, we wanna fight. But then it's like, is it really worth it? I
listen,
still wanna know. I wanna know. I don't care what situation it is. I wanna know. But my reaction may be different or it might change from what my initial reaction is, which is fuck
How
that
would you want
nigga.
him to
We
bring it to
finna go
you?
up.
How,
You know what
like,
I'm saying?
would you want him to like call you, text you, or like, can we meet? Like, I have some. Would you
No,
want him to like lose face to face?
Mm.
call me right when you see it. Call me. Hey,
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 Jerice, has that
Jeree.
ever happened to you before?
take the video.
It has, but she didn't call right then and there, which was fine. So, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. Of course, can't stand, but I said before we started who was in the kitchen, and didn't nobody say nothing. Here she comes skipping around the back. That's my girl right there, though. Um.
Token.
Okay, so I was messing around with this dude. This was years ago. I was messing around with this dude. And I knew he was talking to somebody else. It wasn't no big deal, big thing. We weren't necessarily like officially official, but it was there.
Wait a minute. Pause before you go on with this story. Y'all weren't officially official.
Yeah, like how he can cheat if you wasn't official.
Yeah.
I never referred to him as. I don't think I did. I don't know. Anyway, it was. We were dating, and actually, he stayed with me for a little bit.
Okay.
So that's why. Okay.
So he was homeless.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't ever remember really calling him my boyfriend. I don't know. Anyway, so.
Ooh, that's another topic for another day.
It is. Okay, so my friend had a friend, and she saw her friend out, and the friend was like, "Oh, let me introduce you to my boyfriend," which was the dude that I was with.
It was your boyfriend.
So
living in your house.
My friend, yeah. Okay. I never really used it.
Go with the context.
Anyway.
That's what happened.
Right. So she called me and was like, "Hey, I mean, me and the girl, we cool, but me and you, like, we cool. So I'm calling to tell you that this is what happened." And I appreciate it. I was not mad at her at all. I was like, "Thank you for telling me, so I could handle this going forward." Now, I didn't go fight. I did not even argue with the dude, because really this was around the time when I was moving to North Carolina. So what I did was he was gone for maybe like about a week or so. He still had a key, but I packed the house up and went and moved in with mommy and daddy because I was renting the house out. So he just happened to come back one day and was like, why is everything in boxes? Where are you? And I was like, "You go be with your girl. I'm gone," and I just left it at that.
You didn't have a conversation. Hold on, let me back up. So you were very thankful and grateful that she called and told you that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you communicate with him what happened? And
No.
then
Mm-mm. I ain't call him. I ain't talk to him no more. I was leaving. And it was pretty much, I was at that point where I was like, I'm done anyway. So,
okay, so what was
I didn't
gonna
talk
do
to him.
if that didn't happen? You were still just gonna like leave him in the house, or like what was this discussion prior to this even happening?
I was gonna leave anyway and get my stuff. I just think it was just a mutual separation. He wasn't going with me. So
I think though you had some like intuition that something wasn't right.
Yeah, I had already kind of figured. I already kind of knew because people do whatever, disappearing acts or whatever. It was just her telling me was more of, okay, you already knew this. Go on and move the fuck on. You get what I'm saying? But I was already leaving. I think we probably would have left on a better note, maybe. But nah, it would still been the same. Or maybe I would have communicated with him like, "Hey, I'm packing up the house, and I need you to bring the stuff back." I was like, just leave the key on the counter and lock the bottom lock. Get your shit back.
Okay.
Has it ever happened to you, Nisha?
Maybe in high school. Not as an adult. And in high school, let me think what happened. My best friend at the time, actually, she was having a baby shower, and something happened like around, I think it was like Valentine's Day or something, where my boyfriend at the time gave me like this bear and things of that nature, and my best friend seen it, and she was like, "That bear looks familiar."
No.
And she was like, "I think he's talking to somebody else or whatever." I don't really remember all the specifics, but she was having a baby shower. She invited me, and then she invited the other girl that he was in. So he was cheating on her with me, though. He wasn't cheating on me with her. Does that make sense? Did I say that right?
Whoa, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me figure this out.
So he was with her longer than he was with you.
Correct.
And you knew about her.
No, I did not know about her. I did not know about her.
You didn't know.
Right, but I'm saying she was his girlfriend first.
Oh,
and then I was the second girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So come to find out, she had given him that bear for Valentine's whatever the case may be. He went and gave it to me. But after I seen this girl, yes,
I'm sorry.
Oh,
and so after I seen her, like all the pieces start coming together because he had taken me to her house, like not inside or anything, but he just was like, oh, I had loaned money to this girl and she's just supposed to be giving me, my money back. So I rode with him to her house, and she was sitting on the porch. She gave him something and then we left and we ended up going out. But really, he was just like taking stuff from this girl and then
giving it
spending
to you.
it on me.
Wow.
Yes, and so when we met at the baby shower, the girls, of course, we got there first. And so we're talking, we've met, and we're like, oh my God, we're putting all the pieces together. Like, oh no, on that day, so he was with you, or he was with whatever. Oh, he gave you that, he gave me that, and we're putting all the pieces together. So I went to my house with her. I took her with me. We went to the house, we got the bear. We went back to the baby shower and we put the bear on top of all the gifts. Mind you, we're in high school. My friend's having a baby, her like, I think our 11th grade year. So we put the bear on the presents, and me and her just sitting on the couch, kikiing. We ended up being really close friends. We were friends. We were in a whole clique for years. And, but he came in the door and he seen that bear sitting on top of them gifts. Because his best friend, like cousin, was the baby father. And that's how she knew. Because the baby father and him was really, like, really, really, really close. So that's how she knew about that me and her was dating the same guy.
Would you have been mad if she didn't ever tell you? Not the girlfriend, but your friend.
But my best friend?
Yeah, would you have been, how would you have felt? She never told you, but you knew she knew.
I don't know. I never thought about it, but I'd probably be mad, like why you didn't tell me? Like, you just been smiling in both of our faces, because we all went to school together. We went to the same high school, so I would probably be like, you smiling in my face, smiling in her face, and we're dating the same guy. So I probably would have been mad at her, but and she knew for a while, but I don't think she knew like how close they really were. Because like I said, even I seen the girl. I done been to the girl house, but I didn't know they were together. I just thought they were friends. I wasn't like,
he was bold.
He was so bold. He was so bold. And then me and her ended up being friends for a long time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Shameen? Anything like that happen to you?
Yeah, listen. Actually, I've had it happen a couple of times. First of all, I had it happen.
Oh Lord.
Not right. She has started to laugh.
Oh Lord.
I had it happen. Mommy busted this one.
Mommy was the one. Mommy.
Because she reads the paper. Okay. She reads the paper. And apparently this man had his wedding announcement in the paper.
Oh.
And so she's reading the wedding announcement, and which one of y'all was like, I think it was Dia. Ain't that
Someone
it was Mommy. Mommy did it first. She was like, what's his last name?
right?
And I told him, she was like, come here, girl. Over there, man had a whole picture in the paper of his engagement to this other woman.
Yeah.
So we had to tell Shameen.
How she handle it, y'all? How she handle it? Don't let her tell it. Y'all tell it first. How she handle it?
She was devastated because, to be honest, she really liked him. She did. She really liked him. Me and Jerice were not for him. We were like, why you getting back with him? But Shameen was like, no, I really like him. We gonna stick this out. And then here go Mommy with the paper.
No, you're not.
So
had to let him go.
Another
love TKO.
So was.
Crazy.
What's the other time? What you mean a couple times? What else?
I did that couple. You did.
Jerice don't remember this.
What you do?
It was when she moved into her dorm.
What?
Her and her roommate was sitting in her dorm, And one of the girls came into her room and was like, "Yeah, my boyfriend, this, that, and the third, he drive this car, and he was at my house, blah, blah, blah."
I do not remember. I don't remember
And
this.
College was full of partying. She was half there. We'll give her a break.
Say that again, Shamin.
and you and your friend called me and was like, "I got something to tell you." And I was like, "What?" Because I had to put his ass.
Okay, I know who you talking about. I do not remember that. I know who you. Oh wait,
You know what she's
wow.
talking about?
I know who she's talking about, but I don't remember all of that.
Yep.
Yeah, and he was living
Mm.
with you, girl.
Oh yeah, you knew I was telling. I'm
Ooh.
telling. I don't care. Look, you could be
And
mad at me. I don't care who you are. If I love you, I'm telling.
Why I said no man would, and no man ever did either after that.
Ooh, girl, I got to sit and think for a minute.
What you mean? You forgot, or you know who she's talking about, right?
I know who she's talking about, but I don't remember.
You don't remember what happened?
I don't remember what happened, and I don't know why I don't.
Hey, y'all moved into the dorms, and
Are you sure? Because it could have been me, because my friend just so happened to.
No, it was Jerice. It was
My freshman year.
Huh?
My freshman
year, and this girl, because remember he was younger than me, and the girl was younger than him, and y'all had moved in or whatever, and the girl had came down to your room and she was annoying as shit, and you said it too. You was like, she annoying as hell, but she had came down there and it was
a lot of people annoying. She confused.
so good friend.
I'm thinking like, what?
So good friend.
You like, I've crossed a lot of annoying people
right now.
You said what?
It's your real good friend who is on vacation right now, and y'all called me. And you were like, "Listen, Shamin, because I do not want to tell you this, but she described his car and everything." And you were like, "I ain't trying to say, but she said, y'all, they were this place and that place, and it had happened the entire summer. Because y'all were just going back. Actually, I think it was your sophomore year, because y'all was just going back to school."
Dang.
You remember that?
What if Jerice never told you that? How would you feel about Jerice?
That very next day.
What if Jerice never told you that? How would you feel about her?
I don't even have to think about that because Jerice was going to tell.
You know good and goddamn well I wasn't keeping no secrets. I was calling ASAP. I'm trying to figure. I don't know why.
Look, as a matter of fact, Jerice got the girl's information. I called her. Remember that?
Oh, then Jerice
wait a minute. Okay.
PI mode.
What? No, I believe I did it. Don't get me wrong, because you know, when it come to y'all, we gonna find out. But
I can't remember. But I thought it.
But I don't think that's ever happened to me. That don't mean I ain't been cheated on. But ain't nobody called and told me. Except the girl who he was cheating on me with.
Look, and I think he
made a phone call like that too.
I think he watched the show too. He about to be like,
yes, I know he watched it. I know he watched it. He's gonna be like, "Oh, I am so sorry, Shamin."
Yeah, he gonna DM me. He gonna DM you later. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm still trying to figure out who the girl is.
You didn't like her. You said she was annoying as shit, but yep.
Yep. And you say I'm friends with her now?
No.
Oh.
No.
You like, why would I do that?
Girl, you and the other girl who told me y'all absolutely are friends. She's on vacation right now.
Oh, she's on vacation.
Ah, got you. Okay.
Okay, so I forgot what I was gonna ask. Complete brain fart.
I know who's on vacation, but I still can't. I don't remember that at all. I really don't. I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember that. But I can guarantee you, I know I called and I told you, and I know I got the information too.
Called and told me immediately. You got all the information. You and your friend, and y'all called me immediately.
And me and my friend,
I was down for it.
So I have a question. Do any of y'all have a friend who has told y'all, like, don't tell me? Like, I don't want to know. Do y'all have you and your friends had this conversation? Like, have you asked one of your friends and then they say, like, don't tell me. If you see it, don't call and tell me. Or have y'all told somebody?
No one's ever said that to me.
Yeah, all my friends was like, tell me.
Or have y'all ever told anybody and then they got mad at you?
I've seen it go way wrong with some of my friends. I've seen it go way.
But you know how to be honest, I understand and I will respect my friend. I would have to tell her, like, hey, I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I couldn't sleep at night knowing this. And I call you my friend and I don't tell you. That's not how I roll.
Release yourself.
Right. So you could be mad.
With that information, is totally up to you. I'm not going to judge you anyway, either way, especially if you are married. Marriage is something different. People go through a lot of different challenges and issues married. So however you choose to deal with the information that I give you is totally up to you. And I am not going to look at you either way.
Right.
Right.
Married.
Okay, good transition to this question that I really got. Is cheating for y'all a deal breaker in your marriage?
Whew.
Okay, so no, but there is a but with that. I would say it like this. If you're cheating and it's not a serious relationship cheating, like you haven't built something with this other person, if we are in a space where we can move forward and grow from it and you stop, then we can move forward and grow from it and stop. If you don't stop and you've built this whole relationship and life with a whole nother person, you done had a baby with somebody or some shit like that, then yeah, that's a deal breaker. I can guarantee you, not only is it a deal breaker, but it's gonna be a hard break. Because I take my vows very seriously. So, if I'm gonna talk to you about it, give you another chance, we're gonna work through it as best as we can. But at some point in that movement, progress, it's gotta stop. And if it doesn't, then you don't want to be married.
A baby for me is definitely a deal breaker. Like, a baby, it's like, you might as well not even come home. Don't talk to me. You might as well just forget I ever existed, because I'm gonna give you straight hell. But cheating for me, it can be a deal breaker, because I think it just depends on the parameters of our marriage, right? Like if it's something that we've discussed, maybe it's an issue. If it was like a discussion before that could be an issue and then you did it, it could be a deal breaker. But I don't put it past anybody, I guess. So I would say, like, if it happened, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, like, I can't believe you ever did this. You know what I mean? You would have had to put it in my head, like, I would never do this. This is unacceptable. Like, man of God, woman of God shouldn't do this. Like, you would have had to make me think that it was unbelievable or something. And then if you did it after that, it probably would be a deal breaker. But I don't know. But just know, if you do, it might be some lickbacks.
You're gonna have some hell.
No, have some hell behind it. Just know it might be a lick back, and it might be somebody that I've been wanting to, and I just did because I'm married. So just know that if I do, then I'm gonna make it count, and then we can reconcile after that.
The older I get, the older I get, I have different responses for that. So like me in my 20s, I would have been like definite deal breaker. I had a different idea of what of fidelity and marriage. Like I was just like under a caged eye, a shaded eye. For background for people who don't know us or me and my sisters, like our parents have been together from age 21 and 24 to now. And so growing up, like I know that it's completely possible for long-term marriages to work. And so they never argued. They never argued in front of us. They never like I ain't know about no other woman or anything like that. And so in my experience in my 20s, in my naivety, I was like, no, cheating is a deal breaker. In my 40s, because I was married in my 20s, divorced in my 30s. In my 30s, I done seen too much. I've seen so many marriages deal with different things and still survive. So even though in my shelter view of marriage growing up, I I got a different view of many different kind of marriages while I was in my 30s, seeing people go from, I mean, just some maybe like disagreements to even extra kids and still making it. I mean, so in my 40s, I've decided that my marriage is my marriage, and I don't get to choose the lessons that my husband goes through, but I do get to decide how we're going to grow through it together. So like when if somebody was to come to me and be like, I saw your husband out to eat with this hussy, I'd be like, let me talk to him about it. That's not a definite, this marriage is over. That to me is like, what is the issue? Can we grow together? Can we grow past this?
Right.
And then if not, like if it persists, then it's like, well, then maybe this marriage isn't for him or for me, if that's the kind of marriage that he wants. So it's not a deal breaker. I'm a little bit more fluid because I understand that I don't get to choose the lessons that my husband has to go through.
Right.
And I think we all have to understand too that if somebody is cheating, there's a bigger something going on. There could be a bigger something going on. It's not just they just out swinging their dick everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like there's,
Or it could be.
or it could be right. And if that's what it is, but you know who you married. So if that's what it is, and you don't want to deal with him swinging his dick everywhere, then what do? You leave. But if it's not, then you want to figure out how to work through it, then there's nothing wrong with that. I know I can't raise nobody else's kids, which is why it's a deal breaker for me. If he came home with a baby, no, I'm not raising nobody else's kids. Period.
Mm-mm.
There's no negotiation. We can't work through that.
Nothing.
My experience,
you might as well figure out a way for your life insurance money to come
right,
on to this house.
Right. Don't to get that child
that's where
support, whatever it is, because
jump off something.
well, my experience is pretty much, the same as Diaz or even Jeresa's. It was a very fairy tale thing. So much so in my 20s or even my 30s, I didn't even get married until I was in my 40s. But a lot of that had to do with just my perspective about what marriage and relationship was.
Mm-hmm.
And you was mean as hell.
Man, can we pause on her real quick? You're right. You told so many nice, really, well put together guys no. And I just I mean, thinking back on it is like, yes, you're right, Nisha. She was mean as hell.
She was. I mean,
anyway, keep going.
Mean.
For no reason.
Look, she gonna drink her drink like and so
that had to do with what you all perceived as mean. I was being really more guarded. I just didn't. I wasn't ready. And for what you all thought, this man is nice, or why don't you like him, or, he has really good traits, or, he's a prospect. What are you thinking? For me, it was just, I wasn't ready. That wasn't my focus. That's not what I necessarily wanted. And yes, he was nice, or,
Well
yes,
put together, had some nice money.
Mm-hmm.
What I wanted, or I saw something in him that just wasn't. It just wasn't it. So, you know what I'm saying? I also feel like, um, yeah, he wasn't it. That was just it. It was just something about that particular person that I just was like, not so much. And that's what it was for me. I probably could have handled those situations way differently, because I'll cut you quick if I didn't like you.
Mm-hmm.
Or I try to entertain you because what you all thought mattered to me. So I'd be like, well, maybe I should like at least attempt to give him the chance. But honestly, at the end of the day, it was really a wasted because I didn't feel like that about that particular person. And
But you know what too? Like you can't work with just anybody.
no.
So like I
Mm-hmm.
talk about my first marriage and stuff, and like how like I just wasn't willing to work with him.
Did you projects though? Like you love to take a project on, and I can't take on. No, I could do it. You love to take on projects. You just so flowery. I just am not. So at
I
the
was willing to grow with people
word,
that weren't willing to grow. And so I'm at a different place. Like I'm totally at a different place now. Hence my husband's
and
54.
I was not. I was
But
a
we
nurse.
still growing together.
And once I was done, or even sometimes at the beginning, I was done before.
But I like your husband very much, Deidre.
Yes, he's very nice. But
He grown. He ain't coming home with no kids. I ain't have to worry about that. That deal breaker's off the table. Thank God.
Girl.
but for me, what I'm trying to say is in my 20s and 30s, and really even in he did come along in my late 30s, but I wanted what my parents had, and I wasn't willing to settle for anything other than that. I wanted a man who loved me like I loved him, or loved me, but and I wanted to be in love with him too. You know what I'm saying? And if I didn't feel like that about him, then anything outside of that, I just felt like it was a waste of time. And that's really how I acted. And for you all, it seemed mean, and I probably could have been nicer about it. But the truth of the matter is, it was a waste of time. And I didn't want to waste their time, and I didn't want to waste mine. Was it lonely? Yeah, it was. I got lonely sometimes, and I was like, okay, maybe I should open myself up a little more and try to be nicer, and invite men into my life so that I could open up the opportunity to have somebody there. But it got annoying because they do stupid shit like what I go through with the paper and mommy, and what I had to go through with Jerice and that stupid shit. And then that I'm very, at the end of the day, I'm very sensitive, and I have to guard my heart too, because once I get in it, I'm all the way in, all the way in. And to be hurt like that is challenging for me. So that
through it.
a lot of that too is just, I don't even deal with that. I don't want to deal with it. And so I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
being
agree.
cheap on stuff.
But I wasn't like guarded. Like I feel like in my 20s I just played a lot.
Guilty.
And I think that's probably why, like the dude, I didn't really consider him my boyfriend.
Right.
It was
That's what I
just
said. Yeah. In my 20s, like I probably wouldn't even have cared. I was so I
I did
mean,
what I wanted when I wanted because I
because
could.
you probably couldn't even hurt me. I was never invested enough to be hurt. So
Right. Not
And
on that level.
play more, but for real, I'm really sensitive. And so for me, I couldn't play like that. I just couldn't. I couldn't.
I ain't never been that person. I had a serious boyfriend from 15 to
Mhm.
21, 22, and then like on and off for a little bit, and then ended up getting married at 24, 23. Ended up getting married at 23. So like I've always known that
you've
like
always loved love.
I love love. That's true. And
I
I've
love the
always
single
wanted to
life.
be
I
with one
love
person.
it.
It's too complicated to be dating around and stuff. That's too complicated. I can't.
It is
No,
complicated.
it is, but I mean, when it was time to go, it was time to go. When no strings attached to nothing.
Yeah. Contrary to popular belief, I didn't really like the single life either. Although I was single for a very long
I
time.
loved being single.
I don't like bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Me
Really
neither. I don't like dating people.
bullshit. I don't like fucking around with
But y'all
people.
still sound like y'all were dating for intention. Like I don't think
Yes.
like it sound like me and Drew still wasn't dating for intention. We
I-
was
Yeah.
there for a shirt. What would say there for a fun time, not a long time.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not
when I
me.
when I got tired of it, when I got done with it, was right around I was 29, but that was right around when Lauren came back, and we've been together. Girl, it's gonna be 10 years in May. Well, we've
What's
been
it?
together for 10 years. Yeah. We've been married for 8, but
Wow.
so in
Wow.
my 20s, I did everything I wanted to do. So by the time he came around, it was like, oh, I'm tired of playing. I'm gonna take a break. But he kind of broke me down.
A break sound like picking back up. Oh, in your
Huh.
brain, you were just like, I'm gonna take a break, but then
Yeah, in my
settle
mind, I was like, okay, I'm kind of
up.
done, with that. I was going into my first tax season, and I was trying to get serious about what I was trying to do. But Lauren just happened to skip right on into my inbox, and he just been around ever since. So I think, and now that I think about it, I met Lauren actually when we were at TSU, of course. I think I've said that before, but I don't think it was time for us right then and there. I wasn't serious. I wasn't looking for anything serious on that level. I was still playing, and I think if we would have dated or tried to do something serious during my 20s, I wouldn't have been able to appreciate it as much as I did in my 30s. So, I think timing, is a huge thing as
Timing is
well.
Yeah, of
everything.
course.
I knew my husband worked with him for years, and I was just like, I'm not dealing with you because I don't want nothing. I didn't want to be on his roster. That's what I tell everybody. I was not trying to be on his roster. So we
Mhm.
built a friendship, and then I got into my season of yes. That's my story. I got into my season of yes. He called. He just so happened to call when I started my season of yes and asked me on a date. So what did I say?
Yeah.
Yes.
All
And
right.
then every time he asked me, "You want to go to Florida?" Yes. Will you marry me? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to go to St. Lucia? Yes. Do you love me too? Yes, I do, because you love everything I love to do, and we are super duper compatible. And I'm so, like Jeree said, timing is everything.
It
Because
really
if
is.
you would
Mhm.
have asked me 6 months before then, I would have said yeah, but I mean, he did ask me on a
It
date
would have
six
been
months
with
before then,
caution.
and I said yeah, and didn't go. So like, timing is everything.
It
It is.
is. And
Yeah.
I
And my
think
timing was when it was because we had dated on and off before we kept ghosting each other. We would disappear on each other and everything like that. And then when we both felt like, okay, we need to be serious or we're ready to be serious, we moved very quickly.
Very quickly, I love y'all story.
Yeah.
You was like, so
Mhm.
we gonna do it, and then we gonna get married in 2 weeks. Okay, see y'all there.
But that's how it is for some people. It ain't nothing wrong with it. When
I
you
like to call it
know.
divine timing.
It is
Yes.
yes.
Mhm.
I mean, even for me and my husband, I've known him since we were in diapers. You know what I'm saying? And he
This
had
is
a
before he was born.
wife, and so did I. You know what I'm saying? He was married to somebody else and had kids and a whole nother life. And the timing came around for us to be together in our late 30s, early 40s. Timing is everything.
Mm-hmm.
In our 20s, definitely not. And it definitely would not have well, I can't say definitely,
You
but
didn't even like him in your teens. I'd be like, why you don't like Andre? You'd be like, mm-mm. Mm-mm.
don't say that because then
It was what it was. Shit.
I'll be.
I mean, you know, that right, it was what it was. I just think that it's amazing how we knew them, you know, not knowing. You know, when I met Lauren, I wasn't like, ooh, he gonna be the one. It was like, this motherfucker get on my nerves if he don't get out of my face. Like, you know, but
And then you go a decade later.
still he get on my
Still
nerves.
on your nerves.
But when he came around, he
Tell you.
gave me what I needed.
Yep. And
You,
the story, he will tell you since the very first time he laid eyes on me, I'm gonna marry that girl. He was about that life. And I'm like, I can't tell you had all these kids and you married somebody else first. I will tell him that. Since the very first day I saw you, I knew you were it. And he told me, he said, if I ever had the opportunity to be with you, I would never let you go. And you see, right now, we are definitely married. So
what I love about this conversation is like our view on, like, we shifted all the way from cheating, our history or whatever, to our view currently as it relates to cheating. Okay, I'm gonna flip the question, then I know we're gonna shut it down real, sometime soon. But if you cheated on your husband, do you think your husband could grow through that with you?
no, I'd be dead.
he would never know.
Definitely.
He would never know. And so he wouldn't need to grow through nothing because he would never know. No,
I agree with the never know part, but in the event that he did find out, I don't know. It'd be a murder suicide over here probably.
I can see that. Oh my God, Nisha, I can so see that. I can so see that.
It just
I don't know. I don't know if Lauren can move past it or not.
Murder. Like
Shameen just said straight murder, no murder, suicide.
Murder that Negro.
I don't think he could. I'm gonna say no. I don't think he could.
I'm gonna say no too. He'd just be sliding me some papers. Like, here you go. It's been fun.
But it's time to go.
Time for you to go. It's too fun. Why do you think women are built so different then?
I don't know.
Women are very different than men. Cannot take what they dish out. They cannot.
And they're much more territorial, I think, than we are. Like they really hold us as like theirs, like a possession, like their possession almost. So another man like tainting what's theirs, they really can't get behind. Whereas, which is weird because they think we can't separate sex from emotion, but yet they try to convince us that they can separate sex from emotion. So it's kind of like, if you expect us to believe that it meant nothing, it was just sex, why can't you believe it was nothing, it was just sex from us?
Hello.
Yeah. So it's a little weird, but their minds are just wired differently, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I just never thought about it because it's just something that wouldn't happen. If I felt like I wanted to be with somebody else, I just leave. I don't want to do that. I'm not a good liar. I don't like, that's too much stress on me. I don't want to deal with it. But if he had, if it came to that, like, you know, to answer the question, I don't think he could move past it. He's very emotional. And emotional people like that don't get over shit. So, no, I don't think he could move past it.
Okay, last question, which was posed as I was walking in the aisles of the grocery store last week. If and Nisha asked this question, if someone offered you $1.5 million to sleep with your husband, what would you do?
I'm selling them.
Man, look, hey, I'm taking him over there. Where
Me
you need to
too.
be.
Drop them off. Call me when you finish, boo.
Right,
Call me
right.
when you finish.
Please. Here. You need a lunch? Let me pack you a lunch too. Y'all want some dinner? Let me cook dinner for y'all. Because I'm going to need all that cash.
Up front, please.
Right, right.
Thank you.
I mean, at first I said no, and I meant it because did you what you mean? At first I said no, and I meant it, but then I was thinking, like Nisha just said, if sex is sex without emotion and it's just here, take that, take that, take that, then like why not?
Right.
Why not?
I mean, it's not somebody forming an emotional connection because to me, that's invaluable. Like if somebody was like, "Can I share your husband with you?"
No,
and
I don't share.
I love
But
him.
you could borrow him
Yeah.
for a night
For
for some
$1.5
money.
million, I'll be like, no, like I love him, like that's invaluable. But if you just want to take a little taste for $1.5 million and then I ain't got to see you no more,
Right.
then
Then here.
Here you go.
yeah.
But I also did say that, like, if it was gonna be some like make you go cray cray dingalangalinga, I
Right.
don't know if I could. Like if it's that dingalang that big girls like be doing some crazy stuff,
Yeah,
I don't know about that kind.
true.
Nah, I could do it, and then I cut your ass if you come towards my stuff again.
You have to sign contracts and disclaimers because
Mm-hmm.
there's some crazy shit over here. Like not while we've been married, but in the past, this Negro over here, I mean, he's had some as things go on. So I got to sign disclaimers and contracts in this bitch because yeah, it's just gotta be like that. But outside of that, if you want one night for 1.5 billion, I mean,
Have at it.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy.
Right.
I'm gonna be enjoying 1.5 million. Thank you so much.
Right.
you got to have a couple of streams of income.
Okay, well, on that note, we gonna shut this down because Dia got to get to the store before they get snowed in.
So otherwise,
Right.
well, I'm sorry, you live out all the way out in BFEs.
Mm-hmm. Bless her
Yeah.
heart. Bless her heart. She didn't do what everybody else did, which was go earlier.
With Thursday, but these people eat.
You was supposed to buy enough. But
You're supposed
I know I'm playing. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to go to our YouTube and like and subscribe. We
What's it
now
called?
have the BU room.
Okay.
Oh, so yeah. Go to the BU room at YouTube, or we have a Facebook page, Instagram. You know, we'll broaden our social media as we go, but coming from an introverted person, it takes time. You know,
We
you
need
gotta
to get a
sleepy.
TikTok.
We do. We should. We'll do that next. But I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, stay warm if you're in Tennessee, because y'all know what's going down with the snow. Get your food and your wood and all that good stuff. But other than that, y'all, peace.